kind of familiar.
I know I concur.
Who are you?
Oh, who am I?
Yeah.
More like, where am I?
Are you in the Rant Room?
I think so. What is the Rant Room?
What is the Rant Room?
You tell me.
Well, hi everyone and welcome to the very first episode of the Rant Room. You're probably thinking, what the heck is these two people doing behind a microphone? Well, we're here to give you everything from pop culture insights to the trending music sounds that you see everywhere on TikTok, as well as music releases, movie releases, and every single viral moment on the internet, I would say.
Also a bit of gossip.
Yeah, that too. Because we know a lot of things.
Yeah, we love a good gossip.
Yeah, so for the people who don't know who we are, my name is Dushyant. This is
Prem. Hi.
So I think we will get started by telling everyone who we are.
Yes, okay, but I think we should do it in a very fun, gamey way.
Yeah.
So I think what we should do is, you, the listener, are about to sit on a speed date with us, okay?
Oh.
You know, have you been to a speed dating before?
Never in my life.
I really want to go. There's a couple that's happening around Joburg, and I think I might go for the plot. But anyways, so you have 60 seconds, okay? You have 60 seconds to convince the listener to go on a second date with you. But you're convincing them with your life story.
Okay.
Yeah. You have...
My life is not that exciting.
You have 60 seconds.
I'm going to treat this like my Miss South Africa moment, you know?
Okay. Just don't scream.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at our levels. Let's go.
Look at our levels right now.
Oh my god. Okay, let's do 60 seconds.
So, and your 60 seconds start now.
Good evening, South Africa. My name is Dushyant and I come from Johannesburg. For a brief time in my life, I lived in the Scandinavian city, Stockholm, where I worked a little bit in marketing as well as having a passion for music and movies. I'm actually trained in filmmaking. Yeah, I have a degree from a university where I make movies. But yeah, I worked a bit in marketing, very passionate in the creative industry. Love nurturing talent and showcasing what the world has to offer.
You have 30 seconds.
What else? Yeah, I love cooking and I'm amazing. And yeah, I'm a very good listener. I'm joking. I don't know. And that's why I need to be the next Miss South Africa.
You don't have to take all 60 seconds.
Okay.
You can tell me if you're done.
I thank you.
Okay. Wow. I personally would... So my 60 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So my 60 seconds. Kidding, Dushyant, that was a very good intro. Yeah. Okay. You want to time
Yeah.
it? Okay.
And fighting for the crown in your 60 seconds. Start now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Prev Reddy and I'm from South Africa. I am an actor, comedian, writer, and bullshitter. I was born and raised in the tiny city of Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, and I moved to the big city of Johannesburg 2 years ago when I had a hit show called Miss Education come out on Netflix. Yeah, man, I'm a comedian, I'm a content creator, I'm an actor. Guys, I love the entertainment industry. I've always been in it, I've always been around it. And I think this is why I decided to also co-sign the lease on the Rant Room, because it houses everything I love. And yeah, how much time do I have left?
You have 10 seconds left.
Also, I really am single. So if you are listening to this and this did intrigue you, please send me a DM. Send me a DM. Thank you.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think we covered everything.
I think we should also tell people like maybe how we met.
That's fun.
Yeah, because I think people are wondering, how the heck do you guys know each other?
Yeah, I'd love to hear I'd love to hear from your POV. Because
Okay. So
we can agree on the common ground. We both met on the internet. We met through a mutual.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I was sent to cover an event with our mutual friend.
Yes.
Our mutual friend runs a page, and I was sent to cover Comic-Con.
Yes.
And at the time, she was like, "Oh, Prev is going to Comic-Con. Like, why don't you meet up with him? Because you were living in Durban that time."
I was living in Durban, and then Comic-Con at that time, TikTok had just... I'm so old. TikTok had just gotten into the country, and they were working with a handful full of creators, and I was one of them. So I think it was like the first or second Comic-Con, and it was TikTok's big thing. So they brought all like 7 of us creators there to take us to the main stage to like meet fans, and it was like a fan convention. Ultimately.
Yeah, and then we met there, and then ever since, like, I don't know, we were just friends after that.
Yeah, we just got along, bitch.
Yeah, that's it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and then afterwards, like, yeah. Then
we like, you know how it happens, like you become friends with other people's friends, and then everyone becomes friends, and now it's just, I think it also helped that we were in the same space constantly.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a handful of like young brown people within the entertainment industry. Yeah. So when you do find the good ones, you tend to just have them around all the time. And I think that's how that happened. Yeah, then this bitch went to Stockholm and then completely forgot that he has a green book. And
no, yeah. I was sent back.
Yeah, he was sent back because of that damn green book.
But yeah,
that is how we met. I wish it was more exciting.
Yeah, I mean that's it, right?
Yeah, we did have fun at Comic-Con.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Comic-Con was pandemonium for me.
Yeah. Oh my god, there was one girl who made him and started crying. I'll never forget that day.
Yeah, she was like shaking.
Oh my gosh, how that girl's probably like old now. She's probably.
There were people that came dressed, because I used to do this. If you don't know, I used to do this character of my mom, and that could have sort of went like viral. So like people, it was like for me, it was the most jarring thing ever, because I had been in my bubble at that point. I didn't know the like
extent
of the character till we got there, like to the point where like Comic-Con had to offer security just to walk around, because it was also my first Comic-Con, and I'm a huge like,
I think at the time you underestimated like what it was.
So I thought
we had people following us.
Girl,
it was scary. Girl, I was like, I want this thing.
So I thought we could just mosey on when we went, like meeting people to go and like see the convention, but we couldn't do that. But you know what was funny? And this is why I believe me and Miley Cyrus are going to be great friends one day, because we shared the similar life. Because
whoa, yeah.
Because the moment I took off that wig and gown, no one knew who the fuck I was. Nobody knew. Like,
it's always gonna be a nerd.
Literally, there was a day where we even tested out the theory where it's like, okay, let's walk around with the wig and gown and see what happens. Craziness.
But I think that's changed now.
Oh, completely.
Because of the show.
Oh, completely.
Because of the show, and I think because of the content switch up as well.
Yeah, but I've also grown up.
Yeah.
I think like I've grown up, the audience has grown up. Some of them who have grown up and like left, some of them have grown up and stayed. I think we've all grown up. It like everything has its time and place. Yeah. And but that is how Deshant and I met.
Yeah.
And then
we actually, to be honest, how this podcast came about also is that we have a group chat.
Yeah. And
we always send voice notes and that kind of thing, and we talk utter nonsense. And we're like, you know what?
Maybe we should start a podcast.
And well,
because where do men go when they want to talk shit?
Podcast.
Exactly.
So this is where we are. Welcome to the Rant Room. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Yes.
And for the very first episode, we're going to delve right into it. Today's a crazy day in South African music. Just like an hour ago, we were flabbergasted.
Guys,
you know when I said
flabbergasted?
No, because when Tyla said, what the heck?
She meant it.
She meant it. Because today, our girl Tyla from Joburg released her debut album, self-titled Tyla. It's giving Beyonce vibe. She said Tyler. Okay? She said Tyla. So Tyla's debut album is out today, as well as Shekinah's released her brand new single for her new album that's coming out.
Yeah, which we don't even know the name for yet.
She said, "Is it what that is?"
Yeah,
she did.
Can I just say, what a time to be. I feel like South Africans are constantly saying, what a time to be a South African.
Because really, we're winning.
The context always changes.
I mean, entertainment-wise, we're winning.
We're winning right
Otherwise,
now. Sports-wise,
remember, I hope you're registered to vote.
Sports-wise, we're winning.
Yeah.
Music-wise, we're winning. Parliament-wise,
vote.
Please.
Thank you.
And when you do, let us know who, because we don't know. But we did. So Deshant and I very, very bravely decided to not hit play on Tyla or Shekinah's album
and stay away from social media. I mean, I did see some tweets, but no clips, like nothing.
None. And so we listened to it for the first time, and we're in good hands.
Yeah. 100%. I'm just opening up Tyla's like track list here just so we can reference it.
We're in good hands. The first thing I told Deshant, okay, Okay, wait, before I get to that, before we get to the tracks, the first thing I told Deshant is we need to see this tour.
100%.
Like, I don't know where in the world we're gonna go. I don't know. Spotify, if you want to send us.
Hello. Hey, who more do? Spotify?
Let us know. But we have to see this tour.
100%. I think the one I was saying this to Prev is that Tyla's a perfect example of talent that just needed nurturing.
Sure.
Because she's gone.
Which is 90% of our country, by the way. Like
South Africa has. We have the most talented creatives, artists.
For sure.
People within the industry. Yeah. And we just need...
From music to acting to dancing to everything. Comedy to writing. Everything. Like...
Tyla's a gone girl. She's gone. She's amazing. When I tell you... And Tyla, I love you so much, but I hate you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that with my whole chest. You know why?
Say it, girl.
Why the heck would she create a whole intro and tease us? So it's like what our friend said yesterday on the group chat. Yeah. And I was like, what are you saying? He's like, that first track, it feels like I'm in the desert and she's dangling water in front of me.
You know what he said?
That's what he said. And I was like, and when we listened to it today, I was like, 100%.
Listen, so that's my only issue with, that's my only issue, and then I have one note for the album. But my issue is, like, if you guys don't know, if you're listening to this, if you stumbled upon this podcast from whichever country and you don't know who Calvin Momo is, he's insane.
He's the principal of the private school piano.
Yeah, he is insane. So my only gripe is, how are you going to have Calvin Momo intro your album? Leave the fact that it's 30 seconds. Okay, leave the fact that it's 30 seconds.
Girl, how is
but we can't even hear it. Like...
It's like they're in the booth and someone's recording like the...
It's like Calvin is outside the studio saying, guys, listen to what and Tyla's in the booth saying, ah.
And also, like, you can hear that it's a banger. You can hear that's a banger. But also, I think this is a tactic on their side.
Deshant has a theory that this is going to be dropped in deluxe.
If she releases a deluxe, that's probably going to be the full version. Or Calvin is going to probably release it on his own. Like for his album and featuring Tyla.
How much do you think he got paid for that? I don't even want to call it a sample. Like, what was that?
I don't know. I don't want to assume. But I could not say anything else. But
I also feel like having him in track 1 without us was such... It felt like almost like clickbait to me. It's like, oh my god, Tyla and Calvin Momo. And then you press play.
I freaked out because I was like, okay, it's an intro. It's going to be banging.
Yes.
Then... I was like, what is this? It's giving that voice note.
Yes.
It's giving one of Drake's songs.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's his grandma.
Did you see Oh Nonna. Did you see that video of Drake after a concert? I have to show you the video. It's so disgusting. He after a concert he takes out his vest and then he drenches it buckets of sweat.
And what's happening with that
sweat? Someone said, you know that one gif of the Wendy Williams audience member, the granny was like this? She was just there like, I don't know, Drake is messy. Anyway, yeah. So Deshant feels like it's going to be on the deluxe or it's going to like come back. I just feel like it was wrong of her to do that.
Yeah.
However.
I just want to talk about that track. Jump.
No, before we get there. When I was halfway through, is it
Safer.
Halfway through Safer, I literally looked at Deshant, we need to see her live.
100%.
Because...
How are we going to wind up our waist out here in 2194, Johannesburg? No ways. Because I don't know when she's going to come back home and perform, right?
I don't think for a
because
very long
I feel
time.
like that label's like, nah, girl, you're doing your...
I think for a very long time. Deshant also made a very valid point about the tour cancellations, and there's been a lot of like rumors and speculation and like whatever. But Deshant feels like, and you know what? There's a lot I don't trust this bitch about, but I take his word when it comes to music. And he said that he feels like the labels would have pulled or canceled the tour for now to sort of see the magnitude of the impact of the album. 100%. And then expand the venues.
Yeah, because a lot of the venues, well, I know firsthand because the one venue that she booked was Narlen in Stockholm.
Yeah.
And I've seen Pip Millet there.
Yeah.
Pip Millet's like a UK artist, I'm not sure.
Yes, yeah.
And that venue, I love it because it's very intimate, but at the same time, you can't fit a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Tyla's track needs people in the sense that her songs need you to dance. You need to like that kind of situation, right? You need space. So of course the label's gonna go back and be like, you know what? Actually, this is a banger. We're gonna need larger venues.
Also, why go through all that admin and money to book venues, to cancel venues, to rebook, to change people's tickets? 100%. It does sound like a bit of a schlep. Yeah. I do think that she should still perform at Coachella.
Yeah. I mean, she did say it's health reasons, but in that case, when she says cancelling Coachella, it could possibly just very well be health issues because Coachella is a big thing.
Sure.
So there's that also. But let's get back into the album because we have a lot of tracks to go through. You were talking about Safer.
Yeah. So I mean, Safer's great. It's a great start to the album. I think for me that song when I heard it, it solidified her as a pop girly for me, but like an international pop girly. Like Ari has her sweet baddie little sound, and Dua has her her very like 80s nostalgic, and I feel like Tyla has entered the ring.
And that's where we need to give Tyla her props, because in a lot of interviews, if you've seen Tyla online, especially like this recent interview she did with E, she speaks a lot about how she's taken these 3 years to kind of nurture her sound and kind of work on her craft as a sound and what she wants to do with her sound, and she's clearly done that. She's taken time to distinguish herself amongst this genre, right? She's created what she wanted to do, pop piano. That's what she's doing. I mean, right down to the ad-libs. I mean, like, the ad-libs. Like,
and, like, I gotta give her credit, right? Because I think as any creative from any space, be it, like, acting, music, dancing, even with comedy, I feel like it's taken me, like, 10 years of doing comedy to finally find my voice and, like, my uniqueness and what's my POV and, like, how am I different to everyone else. And for her to, like, established that at a very young age, at like what, 21 22, to say, which is great. And like, again, the level that she's on, like, for me it's like, okay, local comedians, what am I different, so how am I different? Okay, I'm the first I'm a gay Indian comedian, like that's my difference, right? But like, no disrespect to home ground, but like that's the arena within. 100%. Tyla's arena is Dua Lipa, Ariana Grande, Doja Cat, SZA. Like, it is an entirely different ballgame. So to like pinpoint and say, and also to not try and be like everybody else, because it's very easy to fall in that trap and be like, I had my one little Afro pop hit, now I'm gonna show everyone that I'm just like everybody else. And she's like,
But that's the wildest thing too, because a lot of us South Africans know that Water wasn't Tyla's first hit.
No, Getting Late was.
And we knew her music from then, and she just like now has reached like global acclaim.
And that's the thing about South. Again, to our point in the beginning, there are so many girlies and guys like Tyla who you guys need to understand one thing about our country. Like, we don't just sing, we sing and dance. We don't just do this, we do this.
We and are performers.
We like it's just in our nature to do that. So like, there are so many unrecognized. And listen, when I say unrecognized, I mean globally. And some of them don't even want to be recognized globally. They like the placing that they're at.
They're
right
comfortable.
Now. But I mean, yes, there are so many artists, like even rappers, even it's mad.
And the nice thing about, I think the one thing I also admire about Tyla is that she's not changing anything. She's genuinely being South African, and that's her selling point as well. So after Safe on the album is Water and Truth or Dare, which we were very familiar with. Yeah, I mean those two bangers.
That was my one note. Like, she released Truth or Dare, Water, On and On, Butterflies, and To Last. Last year,
because To Last was already not supposed. I don't think it was supposed to be in the album. Remember, that was like a single from way back.
Which was the Colors single. On and On, To Last, right? So for me, my only issue is she released that. Let's call it an EP, because when she released it at the time, it was an EP. She released it last year, like November. We had like 6 months to like familiarize, get excited about it, and. So my only issue was going from track to track, and then, oh, okay, it's Water, we know this one. Okay, it's Truth or Dare, we know this one. Okay, it's To Last on this one. Oh, it's Butterflies. For me, it's like, what are the songs that didn't make the cut for the album that should have been on the album? Not the stuff we already heard. You know what I mean? She could have eventually put Water and all of that on the deluxe. Or maybe kept water, but you don't hear what I'm saying. It was just a
But I smell a deluxe. 100% I smell a deluxe somewhere.
Sure. For me, it was just okay, wait, I was expecting something new. But the new stuff that we did here, damn good.
And speaking about the new stuff, number 1 featuring Thames.
Listen, I saw Thames live last year.
Me and you.
I saw Thames. Guys, let me tell you about my journey.
One thing about Thames, hey, her vocals, those
runs. Let me tell you.
Dude.
My journey with Thames, like, the first time I listened to Thames, was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, maybe 2021, 2022.
Was it like Ice-T?
No. So I had my Spotify. Also, shout out to Spotify and your Smart Shuffle. Like, if it wasn't for you, a lot of us would not be listening to new music right now. But I had my Smart Shuffle on an chill Afrobeats playlist, and Free Mind, no, Damages came on the shuffle. And the moment I heard her voice, for me, tone gets me every time. If you have a unique tone, I'm always going to remember who you are as an artist. So I heard Damages and I literally was like, what the hell is this? Then I went and then I found For Broken Ears.
That's the River Thames.
Found For Broken Ears. And Shekinah Flex, name drop, is a friend of mine. And whenever I hear, like, she and I, our bond really is deeply rooted in music. Like, she and I, we both love music. So whenever we find someone new, we always share with each other. And when I heard Thames, I sent her the For Broken Ears EP immediately. I'm like, bitch. She's like, no. I also just heard. And it was from that day, anything, and it's the same with Shekinah's voice. Like, anything they sing, you're in immediately, just because of the vocals. So number 1 with Tyla featuring Thames. The moment Thames
just came in, dude, it was done.
I died.
Yeah.
I died. I lost it.
I mean, it's an amazing track. I think they both complement each other so well.
Yeah.
And I think that's the nice thing about some of the tracks that Tyla has put on, because even if she does do a remix version of these songs, she's kind of already showed us that they know who to put on these tracks to feature with.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I think for me, number 1 is probably one of the better tracks that I love of this album. And actually, I would go as far as to say the new tracks that she's put on the album are all bangers.
Yeah. If I'm being dead ass with you,
it's kind of one of those no skip albums, I would say.
It is.
And I give her team and her props in the sense that they carefully curated the album.
Yeah.
So good job in that sense, I would say.
I am going to go back and listen to it, because what's next? Jump.
After that is Breathe Me.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yes. What's the lyric? How's the chorus go?
She said something. What did she say in Breathe Me? She said...
Wait, hold on. She has a lyric on Breathe Me. That's it. You don't
need no air. Breathe me.
Breathe me.
She said, Tyla said, what do y'all need inhalers for? Breathe me.
This is why I'm saying to the people that I mentioned earlier that I'm very single and slide into my DMs. When you do slide into my DMs, and if we do make it far, the first thing I'm going to tell you when we get intimate is, you don't need no air, you can breathe me.
And that's the thing about these tracks, the lyrics, just the whole vibe, it's literally what Amapiano does to us naturally, right? It's just, you just want to... We were in the car. Okay, wait. We'll get to that track. So Breathe Me, amazing. Another banger. Love that song. Yeah. Like I'm saying, no skips.
No.
I would say no skips.
No.
Then right after that, we have Butterflies, which we've all already heard. Yeah. Which is, someone on Twitter said, Jamali walked so Tyla could run. Because they have that song Butterflies.
They really did, though. They really did. I am friends with Mauritian from Jamal. Why don't I say Jamelia? From Jamali.
Yeah.
Mauritian was on Different with Shekinah.
Oh.
Did you know?
No.
Mauritian, different in my own way.
Oh no.
Mauritian is one of the girls from Jamali.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And here I'm saying different.
Shout out to Marishan.
Dude, that's crazy.
Marishan, yeah, she's current. I don't know if it's not tea, it's public knowledge. She's dating Manu Worldstar. You know him. We'll get into it. But yeah, like I know Marishan did a whole thing on her Instagram, like just super proud of Tyla because I feel like once again unnurtured talent in South Africa because we're overlooked. I feel like Jamali could have been up there with Fifth Harmony.
I go as far to say, and I say this all the time, I was like, Jamali was growing up like our Destiny's Child, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Alongside Destiny's Child, we would listen to them because they were icons.
Absolutely.
Again, like we're saying, Butterflies, we've all heard that it's a bang of a track. She released that last year sometime with that EP that she did.
I'm gonna call it an EP.
I mean, it was kind of an EP.
It was.
And then right after that, we've got On and On, which is the song she did for Colors.
Yeah.
Which immediately banger.
Yeah.
What did call her Miley Cyrus at this point because she got so many bangers. And then we get into my favorite song, and I'm very passionate about this because the first line of this track took me out, and we were in the car listening to this.
Our jaws dropped.
And we screamed. We drove to the parking. We parked the car. We played the track again, and we were like, "What?" And the car guy who was there, he was like, "That was a good track." But anyway, like I was saying, crazy track by Tyla called Jump. Sorry, I just have to move this a little.
Yeah.
I hope you guys don't catch the bouncing. But anyway, like I was saying, Tyla's brand new track, Jump, is probably one of the craziest tracks right off her
featuring
Ghana and Skilly Bang. Okay? Skilly Bang.
Listen, this is what I wanted. So I wanted to tell Deshaun something in the car, and then I was like, let me say this for the podcast.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I stopped listening after that track.
Yeah.
Like,
you did. Very frankly, so I watched him.
I could not believe.
I was flabbergasted. I had my heart was beating fast.
Yeah.
But it might sound like we're over exaggerating, but I think it's just a sense of like pride. Not only pride, but patriotism.
I don't think we ever, because by that point, what number is that? On the album 6, 7?
Probably, I would say
6.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 9th track.
So by the 9th track in the album, we were never, ever, ever, ever expecting the lyric.
They've never seen a girl from Joburg.
A pretty girl from Joburg.
But now they've seen me and that's all they want. Something like that.
Wait, run that shit back. Just run it back. Guys, we just have to...
I even posted in my story, I said...
Like, listen.
They say... listen. She said... Original, girl, you want a replica? No. Smooth, no regular, regular. No. Pretty pretty, no. They never had a pretty girl from Joburg.
No.
So now that's what they prefer.
No. Can I tell you? You know why?
How many Instagram captions are gonna be like that? It's over now, Tyla. Look what you've done. Dude. Because there's gonna be someone posting. They're gonna be like, they ain't never seen a pretty girl from Joburg.
Dude. They are so smart because that is going to become a trend on its own.
100%. And I said this to Prev that I really hope Epic, if you're listening, or even Sony SA, if you're listening, that video needs to be shot in Joburg. You guys need to show off what Joburg can bring to the table because it's primarily a tourism video. Yeah. She said Joburg. You think people are not going to go and Google what's Joburg?
Yeah.
100%. And then we go further in, and then you go when they say this. She said, "Listen." No ways, guys. No ways. No. The ad-libs, she's killing the ad-libs also. Because I'm just like, Hybo. We've heard Hybo Sultry. We've heard Hybo One Up on Waist. No. Now we're gonna... She literally said, to me, Morake.
No, I'm lagging out. No. Every time I don't have the words, I'm gonna pull up to me. Like, every time.
I told him that's my favorite track. Dude, that is my favorite track
as well.
What she said, jump, 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 jump. Can you imagine how the choreo is going to be for that?
Now listen to me.
Live.
What I need, Tyla, and once again, team at Epic, hello. When she says, I ain't never seen a pretty girl come from Joburg, Joburg has all types of pretty girls, right? Thick pretty girls, skinny pretty girls, short pretty girls, trans pretty girls, queer pretty girls. We need to see all the pretty girls because also Tyla speaks to and for that generation. So we can't be seeing little mini Tylas around her. We need to see...
I just want to tell you guys out there in Sony and Epic, if you're looking for somebody to work as a strategist for y'all,
But all I'm saying is we need to see the array of pretty girls
100%.
Because
that track is crazy.
So
I just texted my friend in India and I was like, hi, good morning, and I called her by her first name. I said, Samita Balaka. I texted her full. I was like, Samita Balaka, listen to Tyla's new song, Jump. I didn't even know what she said. Actually, now I'm a bit concerned if she's also flabbergasted because she's learned highball from me. So now she's probably shook.
For me, it's going to constantly know that wherever this girl plays her concert, there are going to be foreigners screaming, I ain't never seen a pretty girl from Joburg. Oh!
What did she say?
What did she say?
She said, I need a listening party. She's like, yo, I miss my piano. This girl from India saying, yo.
No ways, guys. That song, and then, I mean, that's where I have to tap out of the conversation because I genuinely zoned out.
Tyla's, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a stand for her. Because after that, she said, after that track, she said, you know what? Actually, you know what she did?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this is what Tyla said. She said, another one. Thank you. She said, another one. Thank you. Another one. Thank you. She was just bang. The next track, she was teasing this track for like a week, 2 weeks now. Art. She said, study my face, frame, put me on your wall.
Yeah.
She said, by the staircase.
Listen, shout out to the writers on this album. The writers on this project, they not only knew the artist they were writing for, but they knew her audience.
100%.
Through and through. Like, because the lyrics are crazy.
And her choreographer, I think his name is Lichi. I don't know if what his name is. But he's also really smart in the sense of like already showing people the choreo for her tracks. And that in turn creates dance trends and that kind of stuff.
All I'm saying is
really cool.
If you are going to a Tyla concert when she goes on
video
tour,
call me.
Number one, video call us. And secondly...
Because I don't know when she's coming back to Joburg.
Not anytime soon. She's Trevor Noah, guys.
She said, baby. Dun, dun, dun.
But all I'm saying is, if you are going to a Tyla concert, wherever you are in the world, be prepared to party like you are in Constitution Hill in Johannesburg. It is going to be a fiesta. You're going to be hot. You're going to be sweaty. You're going to need a cider in your hands at
those venues
times. You best grease up your hips, bitch. Oil them up because you're going to be... Listen here. Go onto Chad Jones's TikTok. Okay. Learn every dance move. Go follow Mugelings. Go follow Come On Bella. Go follow all the girlies from home because you're going to need to know the dance moves. If you are going to... Oh my God, we should totally for our Instagram, which if you're not, by the way, go follow the Rant Room.
Yeah, the Rantgram on Instagram.
You know what we should do? A carousel of a Tyla concert starter pack. Everything you need to prep for your Tyla concert.
That is so smart. And you know what's going to be there? A bottle of water.
Yeah. We should totally do that.
100%. And that's another thing, quickly, a shameless plug on the Instagram.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are probably thinking like the Instagram is just going to be a lot of clips from the pod.
No.
I don't think you guys know that it's going to be not only that, but it's also going to be featuring a lot of other pop culture news, just a lot of events happening in the area. Maybe we're going to do pop-up some places to record the pod. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds.
Yeah.
But do make sure that you follow us on Instagram at the Rant Room. The Rantgram. Exactly. Yeah. So speaking about ranting, I want to get back into this Tyla album onto the next track that we were also like, why she got Becky G on here?
Yeah.
So this track is On My Body featuring Becky G. Right off the bat, it's giving us a little bit of like, I would say a mixture between like ballet, but like, but also a little like bachata, but not really bachata, but of course taking us towards like the like Latin American.
And I said it's a smart move because African music, particularly like South African music and like Latin, Spanish kind of music, we have the same move your hips kind of rhythm. It just comes out in different accents, if that makes sense. So Becky G is the collaboration that I particularly can't understand why. I feel like there were other artists. No hate or shade to Becky G.
But after listening to the track, Becky G.
The song is dope. And I love this little resurgence that Becky G is having. She performed the Oscars recently. She had that song for the Cheetos movie, and like
Cheetos.
Yeah, there's a movie about the guy.
Hot something.
Flaming
Hot.
It's average. Okay. I'm gonna be honest.
I watched it. I don't remember the song.
Exactly. It's a very average film, but I mean, love that for her.
Yeah.
Listen, the ultimate thing Becky G has ever done, apart from singing in the shower, is, and I will die on this hill, the Power Rangers live action movie that they remade a couple years back. Krispy Kreme even had like a little collab at Santon.
She was in that.
She was the yellow Power Ranger.
She's the one who sings singing
in the shower. Yeah. Okay. She was excellent in that Power Rangers movie was just top tier. That's just my side little rant because justice for Power Rangers.
But that aside, I think that song is really, it's showing that Tyla is not just limited within her genre.
No.
She's of course appealing to the mass.
No, but remember she's a pop vocalist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When I say appealing to the mass, I'm not saying that she's doing that to appeal to the mass. I mean like she's catering for every single kind of genre.
And that's again where like you see like where a Thames or like any Lane, their voices are, their tone is so unique and so beautiful, but it's like they can do all these things, but when they do it, it makes it their own, which is a great thing. Tyla is like the pop girlies where she can change to do this or change to that. I think it's it's great. It's great for her.
Love that track. And then the next track we have is this one, which is Priorities, a little sultry track. I love the start. This like little guitar intro reminds me a lot of Thames.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Only Me and You.
Yes. Oh my god, Only Me and You is such a beautiful track.
This song, Priorities, just shows her vocal capabilities, I would say. Amazing track. Amazing track right off the bat. I think it's showing us a little bit more. That track, I would say, takes her a little bit away from that pop piano. She's kind of showing a little bit more vocals in that song.
Once again, I gotta go back. Yeah. Because I stopped.
Yeah. We have to re-listen again. Yeah, because I've played Jump like 3 times. I was in the trailer going, jump.
I literally have not.
Yeah. So basically, out of all the tracks that we've had, we won't talk about
what are your favorites?
Well, let's just talk about the last 2. So the last 2 tracks she has is To Lost, which we've listened to before.
Yeah.
To Lost was released, I think, way before she had announced, before Water, that kind of thing, when she did the whole track with Iris Star, which I love. I kind of wish that was on the album,
Absolutely.
I would say, over probably...
And then if you haven't listened to Girl Next Door, go listen to Girl Next Door.
Girl Next Door, I love that track. Also, Iris Star did an interview, I think, on BBC Extra, BBC One, or one of the two, and she spoke about how, like, there's no hate between her and Tyla. No. They love each other and people need to stop that.
But there isn't hate between any of these girls, right? Because
it's just people pitting them against each other.
As people do, because we whack.
But again, I would have loved to see that Iris Star track on this album. Hopefully there's another Iris Star track coming for Tyla.
Yeah.
And then at the end she has that Water remix with Travis Scott, which I will not comment on because I love Tyla. But it's there on the track.
I'll comment on it. There was no need. There was absolutely no need for that collaboration. There was no
I think it's just sonically doesn't work for me.
Everything doesn't
personally
work. Everything doesn't work.
I love Tyla. I understand that probably it was something that came up.
It was just
in the sense that, okay, let's get Travis to hop on it. Also the music video, Tyla's music videos, like they're nice. Just this like last video for the Water remix,
I just think bottom line, if you wanted a rapper, you should have got a female rapper. You should have offered Doja. You should have offered Ice Spice. You should have offered SZA. SZA can rap. You could have offered, and it just didn't make sense to me. I would have even taken, dare I say it, Chris Brown on that remix. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a weird one for me, and it felt almost cash grabby. Mm. You know what I mean? Like it's the same with Ariana and that Mariah Carey remix of Yes and. So awful. Bad. Awful. Thank God Eternal Sunshine is great.
Yeah.
Because that was the last thing we heard before she dropped the album. So certain things just feel very cash grabby to me. And again, such a missed opportunity because it's Ariana and Mariah Carey. Like, I would have loved to hear Mariah on Supernatural instead of Troye Sivan, or hear Mariah on like any other track. If I'm being dead, The Boy Is Mine would have been fantastic for her to be on.
Oh, you know, if she had Flo on Boy Is Mine, that would be.
Ladies and ladies, get into Flo.
Dude,
if you don't listen to Flo,
I
got a confession.
Listen.
They're
so great. I think it's also good. I think just this couple of years have been such a great year for like R&B music as well. I think a lot of R&B musicians are really coming out and like showing off their sound, and I'm really happy about that.
Well, a lot has to do with like culture, right? Because culture is shifting to Y2K again.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
So we're going back to like that 90s Disney's
it's almost
girl group kind of.
It's almost crazy because we sort of grew up in that era. We were very young, but we grew up in it. But for me personally, like I have. My Y2K is listening to 80s music. Like I can listen to like a Patti LaBelle or like a Starship or all of those like fantastic voices, and you know that the 80s music comes with an era and a theme and a fashion, and there's movies attached to it and there's a look attached to it. And I think a lot of the younger Gen Z are now like, hey, we missed out on the Y2K and the 90s, and it's really dope. So now we're seeing that resurgence of it because again, it came with the rom-coms, it came with the style, the fashion, the crop tops, and we're seeing that sort of come back. So I think we're getting great R&B music because we're getting a resurgence of that whole Y2K, which also for me is just really scary. I gotta tell you guys what I did the other day. The other day I watched High School Musical 3 again because I needed to feel alive, and I just started crying because I'm like, oh my god, High School Musical was such a time in my primary school.
Yeah, it was a cultural phenomenon.
So I did the unthinkable, and I went and stalked everyone I went to primary school with after I watched the movie.
Oh my god.
And I bawled my eyes out. I'm like, why is everyone, bitches have babies?
Yeah.
2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like, times have just like...
I have a very bad memory. I could not even remember who I went to high school with.
Oh, no, high school...
High school, I remember some people.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because like we had followed each other on Instagram. So they come up on my feed.
High school was already the year of social media.
Yeah,
like
so primary school, I cannot remember. Because at that time, I had just moved up from Durban too. So I would have like forgotten.
Right.
Stuff.
Right. No, I had... Primary school was like my favorite damn time. Like, my friend and I literally thought we were Sharpay and Ryan. Also, justice for Ryan's rights. We all know he did not want to end up with Kelsey.
Were they together?
Yes, they had to allude to it. Didn't you see Kenny Ortega came out and said he would have loved to have made Ryan openly gay, but because of the time that the movies came out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why he was always like taking Kelsey to prom or like doing this with Martha or like silly things, but my king was doing it in cowboy boots and a pink pinstripe pants. Do you know what I mean? But that's a story for
another day.
Speaking of Disney, sorry, it's on my train of thought. I'm gonna bring it up. Did you see that Disney is doing their first ever like Legends Award? The Disney Channel is doing, or the Disney company is doing like Disney honors, like you get the Kennedy Center honors or whatever. They're doing a Disney honors, and Miley Cyrus is getting an honor for like a Legends Award.
Oh damn!
But here's the chat. I see Miley. I love that for Miley. I totally think she deserves that award. But if you guys don't give Raven Simone a Disney Legends Award, I will lose my shit.
I'm gonna say 2 things about Raven, and then we're gonna go back to Tyla because we've gone like.
Yeah. I thought we wrapped up that album. But
but we haven't said what's our favorite track.
Sorry, yes.
But anyway, speaking about that whole Raven Simone situation, I don't know if you guys have seen the Annalise like.
She needs to stop a little bit.
On TikTok.
She's getting a little out of hand.
Alluding to some things. I don't know what the whole beef situation is.
But she's been doing it.
Yeah. Apparently she got fired from Raven's home, but I don't know what the situation was there. But maybe we'll unpack that on like an episode.
Yeah.
Where we should actually do that. We can reflect on like TV shows from our childhood. That would be a really good episode. But back to our girl Tyler and her debut album Tyla.
As you can see, let me tell you guys, one thing you guys have to get used to with my friend is when he becomes obsessed, he becomes obsessed. Don't even mention that lady's name. Don't even mention the cowboy lady's name.
Beyonce,
because
Cowboy streaming next week.
Don't mention it. Yes, you were saying.
But yeah, I think straight off the bat, I would say that Tyla's album is a banger. I would give it a good 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Do you know that meme, that TikTok of the lady eating the lady's food is like, I don't like you. I hate you. I can never give you a 10. I can never give you a 10. I'm gonna give you an 8. Yeah.
The only reason I would say is I kind of wish that some tracks that we already got were taken away and we got more tracks, and that's more from a selfish point of view, I would say, because I'm just like, why? Like, I wanted more other stuff, and I'm hoping that she's gonna release a deluxe, and then I'll be happy. But I will say I'm extremely proud of her. I think she deserves all the flowers, and I think it's an exciting time to just be South African and be a creative. Because she's basically doing what she's saying is like she's being an inspiration for young girls in South Africa.
She has kicked that door open like
she watered her way into that door.
She and Trevor Noah did the things. If I tell you guys the amount of like performers and artists in our country that are going abroad and doing things, I am leaving in August to do shows abroad. Celeste Ntuli is leaving. This person is leaving. Cool Drink is in LA. Like, people are everywhere, and it's really, whether people like to admit it or not, because of Tyla and because of Trevor. They have busted that door open, and now
because people are like, actually, you know what? This place, South Africa, they have talent. If that
everybody is like looking in our direction now. What are your top 3 songs?
Right off the bat, number 1 is Jump. Jump, Thames, second track with Thames, number 1, right? And then I would say Safer. Those are my top 3.
Those would be my top 3 also. I just really want to squeeze like Breathe in there.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, right? It's like all the songs that she had released on this album that she didn't give us are bangers.
Yeah. So, but I will find myself listening to those 3 songs on repeat.
Yeah, but we'll have another listen again. But another artist that we're really excited for is your friend.
Yeah,
she's releasing. We're officially done with the Trouble in Paradise era, which was a really crazy era. I loved that album. Yeah, I think it's same with like
Rose Gold.
Rose Gold. I think Shekinah, and I said this to you, Shekinah is just a perfect example of an artist that like takes the time to put out a body of work that is just meticulously curated.
And this is why I say she is up there. She's on a global standard because she's one of the very few artists in South Africa where if they're releasing a project, it's an entire era now. Like, the Instagram gets cleaned out. Everything changes, the mood, the tone, everything changes.
Which is great and smart.
100%, because
it's
also
what more artists need.
It's it's why she still has the fan base that she still has, because she keeps us on our toes. Like, what are you going to do next? We're not stressed about the vocals or the songwriting. We know you can do that. Like, we are in safe hands when it comes to that. But we're so intrigued to see how you are about to expand your wheelhouse, or like now she's in the Afro beats genre.
If you guys, we heard Risk.
Oh, and then
there's Sky.
And she has Molly on the track.
What the heck?
Yeah.
She said, I really like to party.
Yeah, so Molly is so Amarie, which released Saggles of Money. The original track is with Molly, and then they brought Caliucci's featuring Caliucci's featuring Molly, and there was somebody else.
Then they also did that whole Amapiano thing.
All of it.
Yeah.
They ran with that song.
Sad Girl.
But Molly's on the track.
I think Shekinah's also really smart to put that out as the first single for her album, which we don't know what the name of the album is. Hopefully we can get Shekinah on here to talk a little bit more about this new era, because that would be exciting. And we can delve a little bit more deeper into this Afrobeat kind of genres that she's going into, because I think Shekinah she's just so multifaceted in that sense. She can really explore other genres and do the best at it, if that makes sense.
And it's just her songwriting abilities. Like,
I mean, you ever seen that meme of someone like just like burning paper?
Yeah.
It's like Shekinah in the booth.
Yeah.
That's she's just literally
like when I tell you guys, because whenever I go to her house, or she doesn't live like far away, whenever I go, So she has a studio in her house. Like she has an extension that's studio. Everyone uses it. But she is in the studio like 90% of the time. Like constantly recording music that you and I will never hear ever. But she is constantly in the studio with her band or her producers, and that for me is just, it's so inspiring, because it's like you're always at the top of your game. You're always at the top of your game. And also
I think it's just exciting now to see.
Yeah. We haven't got a release date for the album yet. We haven't gotten... She's nomaniing us a little bit. Girl, if you're watching this, I just nomanied you. She's nomaniing us a little bit. But I think it's great, because I also think this is such a... I'm sure labels and all of that are sitting in back-to-back meetings trying to fight for release dates. Because we have all of these big talents for dropping music. Like... We had Ariana, 2 weeks ago. Great. Now, today we had Tyla. We had Shekinah, who dropped a single. Great. Next week we have Beyonce. Then we have Dua Lipa coming. Then we have this person coming and that person coming. So I'm
Beyonce.
Sure... This ain't a country album.
This is a Beyonce album.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I cannot... you know what? I need a whole, maybe 2.5 hours to talk about that album when it comes out. Because I don't know what she's gonna do. Also, did you see that whole Erykah Badu thing?
What's happening with Erykah Badu?
I really don't know what's going on there.
She's so boring.
She's got some beef with Beyonce, but Beyonce's just like, I don't have beef, girl. I shouted you out on that track.
It's always hilarious to me that these people have beef with, even Nicki. And are you a Nicki fan?
Yeah, I'm a Nicki fan.
Pull up in Sri Lanka.
What?
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Nicki put and I was a huge Nicki fan. Love her. I always used to make excuses for her bullshit. But when the whole Megan drama went down, I think it's always so distasteful and crazy when it's one-sided. When the Beyonce or the Megan Thee Stallion isn't contributing to your chat, but you are going off the rails because of some lyric that they said in a song that you don't know if really it applies to you. You don't know, because no one has neither confirmed nor denied. You're giving into the fan theories. And to see Nicki go completely off the rails, and then she released Pink Friday Volume 2, which really, let's be honest, let's be real with ourselves. It was not a 10 out of 10 album.
I mean, what the club?
Sure. The album as a whole, it was no Queen. It was no... You know what I mean? And it's okay. You're allowed to have a bum album. It's fine. I'm probably going to get so attacked from Nicki stans.
I'm just saying, Barb's go after him.
Shut the hell up.
I need the support or deny this message.
No, I love Nicki, but I just...
Yeah, I love Nicki too.
I just feel when it's one-sided, it's a little bit crazy. So, to the Erykah Badu story, I'd be interested if Beyonce contributed more to the conversation, but she's not. So now it's you talking to a wall, and you just look delusional from my POV. So I don't know why she's wilding. She needs to go cut down the size of that hat, girl.
Oh.
You know, Erykah Badu has hats that are all the way over here.
Yeah, she said Beyonce copied that in the Renaissance store. I'm just guys. Also, even the whole beading, her braids being beaded, she's she copied it. I was like,
oh, I saw someone retweet with Scissor on good days and Normani here and this person here, and someone's and Erykah, what about with these girlies?
I don't know.
You're just making it very personal. Anyways, yeah.
I mean, again, I think it's a great time to be a South African in the creative industry, and I think we have a lot more to unpack in other episodes. Yeah. And hopefully we can bring some of these exciting creatives to the studio to come and chat with us and offer some insight into the creative industry. I mean, maybe we'll get our girl Tyla, maybe we'll not. And maybe we'll get one of the Seatles. I don't know.
If you've made it this far into the podcast, we promise you that it's not going to be 50 minutes of us ranting about Tyla. Yeah. It just had to be today.
It's because she released the album.
It's because she released the album.
And next week... next week.
No, don't worry. Next week, I will make sure I have him timed. Or...
I don't think I can wait. I don't think I will be able to do what we did for Tyla.
No, you can do that.
Because I will not. I will cease to exist.
You go for it. I also feel like...
But also knowing Beyonce, it won't come out at midnight in each country.
No, from 9 a.m.
Like 9 a.m.
Well, like I said, Ari's album came out at 6 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it'll come out at 6 a.m. We'll see.
But yeah.
I will try and... When we do eventually get to an episode where Cowboy Carter is out, I will make sure I have Deshant and
Don't be surprised if I have a cowboy hat on that episode. Because I might just.
He probably will.
Yeehaw.
Anyways, okay, so I think we're gonna end it there.
Yeah, I think so. I think this has been a great first episode. I think it gives you a great
Oh my god, yay us.
I know. We did it.
We did it.
we did it.
No, we just gotta edit this down.
Yeah, but I think that's the end of the rant room.
Before we go though, there is something that listen, Deshant and I have this is not our first time behind the mic because we're professionals. We have
like 3 or 4 demos that will never see the light of day.
Maybe who knows?
Because there's a lot of information about some shows that we can't talk about.
Oh yes, true. But I just think it's fun for us to end off with a thought and a thought of the day.
Okay, so I'm going to do thought.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do thought because the last time I did thought and you did thought. Okay?
Yeah.
So this time you start because I need a thing.
So let me unpack what that is. So going forward, you guys aren't confused. A thought of the day is what is a thought that inspired you today?
Not only inspired, but like just something you want to leave everyone with.
Everyone would. Or yes, even something to think about.
Yeah.
Like maybe you should wash your hands after you go piss, girl. Like, you know what I mean? That is that is the thought of the day. And a thought of the day is just like it can be anything that
annoys you
or gives you the ick.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Usually it comes in a human form. My
No, because I actually now have a thought.
You see?
Not a thought.
You're gonna have to wait for it.
I'll say it next episode.
My thought of the day is boys who insist on wearing trousers that show their ankles. Ugh. You ever see them? You're looking down, like
the cuffed ones.
Not even the cuff, like the pant ends, the trouser ends there. Like it's just.
Oh, like here.
Like no, just the little ankle bone that you have.
Yeah.
Your little ankle bone.
Oh, yeah.
The pant just stops there. The trouser just stops above.
Yeah. Okay, I never really.
They're always in a formal shoe. You never see a secret sock in sight. That's how secret it is. It's just you and the bare ankle face to face. It is.
It feels like you're really traumatized.
Oh my god.
He's being so descriptive if I tell you.
Oh my god. It makes me. Only because I've seen more than 5 people on different occasions.
Remind me to never wear ankle pants. But also I would never. Because it's so hot.
Listen, if you're gonna, I have nothing wrong with an ankle, like whatever. Just put a damn sock on.
Yeah.
I do not need to be seeing your ankles. No one should. No one should. It's a weird body part. It is the most odd.
I mean, don't shame. Some people love ankles. No, I'm just saying, some people like ankles.
Anyway, that's my thought of the day. If you show your ankles, don't.
Okay. I'm gonna feel I'm like Oprah Sunday School here. My thought of the day, I would say, is I think given everything we've been speaking about today as a young creative in this industry, and considering it's our first episode, I think I would say, also just speaking about Tyla, right?
Yeah.
I think I would say if you ever want to do something, do it.
Agreed.
Literally what Ariana Grande says. Yes. And just do it, because rather do it and not succeed than think about what if I did it and
absolutely.
Like just do it and see what happens.
It's been my motto for life.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Moved halfway across the world.
Yeah,
but yeah, just do it and see what happens. And if you've made it this far in the podcast to the 1 hour mark, thank you so much for listening to the Rant Room. Again, my name is Deshant.
My name is Brad.
And thank you so much for checking into the Rant Room. And remember, you can always check into the Rant Room, I think every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to commit.
No, we probably will. You probably will. But remember, follow us on the socials.
Yeah, so the Rant Room. And also on YouTube, you can go to the Rant Room. You can find us on there. You can see our face. We have a big, bold green color.
Yeah, you'll be seeing us.
And remember, this podcast is streaming exclusively on Spotify.
Yes.
So I'm just saying...
They're not paying for the exclusivity. We're just giving it to them.
They're not paying us. So they're by Spotify, Sub-Saharan Africa. Hello. So maybe you want to pay us.
We're giving it to them exclusive. Anyways...
Yeah, you can stream exclusively on Spotify every 2 weeks, and this is the Rant Room checking out.
And on that note...
Oh my god! What was that?
I don't know. Bye.